Hey everyone, hope you're having a great day or night. In this video, I'm going to be doing an install of this gas space heater I just picked up from Menards. It was about $199 plus the 11% rebate, so somewhere in the $200 range plus tax minus the rebate. And I've got a gas line plumbed into the garage, so we're going to do a little unboxing of this heater and kind of a first impressions review of it. This heater does up to 1,000 square feet. My garage is pretty much 20 by 20, a little bit bigger, but that's about 400 square feet. So it should be plenty enough for this garage, which I'm happy about. So let's get this unboxed and I'll show you the main components. And I also picked up this universal appliance hookup kit, and this should get us adapted from the gas line to the heater. So pretty simple unboxing, just regular packing material and just a couple of accessories. We've got the bracket to mount the thing to the wall, some anchors and drywall screws, and the battery for the unit. Since this doesn't hook up to your house's electricity, it just uses a battery, which is nice because if the power goes out, you can still heat a place with no electricity. So I'm just going to do some test fitting about where I want it on the wall, and I will meet back up with you in a second on where I got it and how I installed the bracket. Just a little tip I wanted to share while I was drilling the holes to get the bracket mounted was, if you don't want to get drywall dust everywhere, and especially I don't want it on my black trim, it's kind of hard to clean, you can just put a piece of tape, and I just kind of held it there with my fingers while I was drilling the holes, and it caught all of the drywall dust, and I will just be able to pull the tape slowly away from the wall and we won't have any cleanup. So in my case, I didn't have any studs that I was mounting it to. I wanted it in a specific spot, so I didn't just pick a stud and mount it. So mounting it to just the drywall, so they did provide these anchors, and so you just fold them like this, and we'll slide them into the holes here, and they should expand back out, and then when you tighten them, it'll pull it pretty tight. So I'm going to go ahead and get these inserted and then the bracket screwed in. Okay, got 2 more screws left to put in this bracket, but it is mounted. Essentially what I did was I've got a laser level pointing at the wall, and that is what kept me level. I put the bracket up, took a Sharpie, marked where all the dots were. That gave me where I needed to drill for the drywall anchors. I'm going to go ahead and get these last 2 screws put in, and then really the unit just sets down on there. And then these 2 feet go at the bottom. They just kind of sit with the backwards pressure from the unit, and they just lift off the wall at the bottom. So I'm going to do that. One thing too about this bracket that I really like is that it's so sleek, and this thing mounts to the wall just by hanging off of these prongs. Is during the summer months, I kind of plan to take this thing off and put it in storage, and I can probably repurpose this thing for hanging water bottles, or maybe building something on top of it to kind of utilize it during the summer months while this thing's put away. So I really like that aspect of it. Before you set it on the wall, you need to switch this dial if you're using natural gas, which I am. So I had to unscrew the plate that was on there and then turn the dial to NG. And that switch you push in and then clockwise to get it there. So yeah, just FYI. Okay, got it mounted on the wall and got the flexible gas line hooked up to the unit, and I just flipped the valve to on inside the house, And so now everything's pressurized with gas. I was using some soapy water just to check for any leaks and don't see any. So next thing is this igniter button unscrews, and that is where the battery goes to start this thing. And we've got a battery supplied here, so we'll go ahead and drop this battery down in there and we'll give it its first start. So I turned down the lights in here so you guys can see it better. I've got the thing maxed out on 5 right now, and it is definitely putting out a lot of heat. We've been watching our thermostat in here just creeping up. It was 67 like 1 minute ago, so it is definitely putting out some heat. I'll have to just make sure that the bottom of my AC unit isn't getting hot to touch, which right now it's not too bad, but maybe I'll build a little deflector shield to kind of angle it out more, or put some fans up there. I know you can buy a fan for this unit and it mounts somewhere back there, but I didn't buy that yet. So I had it on 5 and it was blaring, and so I started turning the knob down, and then all of the basically the big flame went away. It's still got the pilot light down in there on, and that is just basically the thermostatic control working, because by setting the numbers it's going to keep that temp in the garage. And so if the temp in the garage is higher than once you've got it set, it's going to shut down, keep the pilot light on, and then when it senses that it's below that temperature, it'll kick back on. So just another feature I'm learning and getting used to. All right, well, I think that's where we can wrap it up for this video. Overall, easy installation, definitely putting out a lot of heat, and overall pleased with it. Thanks for watching.